Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I'm the Mysterious JG. I'm carefully reading off of a FAQ to try to make sure that we get some items much later in the game that we might not even care about by the time we get there. But I can't help it. I want to try to do this playthrough as by the book as we can here. So, central path leads to our destination. We want to climb down the middle path here. This is another ladder going down, possibly to the area where we were, approaching from a different direction. Yeah, no, I do remember this. There's going to be more, like, wackiness with us finding an item that we lose in his pants pockets. What's this? Pick it up. All the day I'll have a good look. Received old key. This time it stays in my shirt pocket, so ha! Achoo! No, not again! I like that Kyros and the war just have to be looking at each other because of how they were left by the walking around poses. Can't find it. Laguna lost the old key. Oh well, nothing cheaper than something free. He's right though. Nothing cheaper
than something free? What about something that you were paid for? Isn't that like negative money out of your pocket?
What? Is it something I said? Come on, let's go. Alright, so we got that. Continue down the hall, and now there's going to be another latch to mess with. Wait a minute, maybe this lever too. So here goes. Tamper with it. You guys stand back.
You planning to fall for your own trap?
Huh? It's already a dead end. You still want to close off the path we just took with the trap? Normally, even if you raise the lever, it'd be meaningless. Oh, I get it. Well, perfect timing, I guess. Well, you know what I mean. Since the lever is also loose, I just thought we'd leave it alone.
You're right.
What? You don't believe me? Come on, guys. I don't get this one. It seems like we didn't do the trap. Mess with the large hatch here. Okay, I'm a little confused. It seems like if we had done this one first... I don't know. I'm just reading it straight off of the FAQ. Continue down... This is after we pick... Behind the broken barricade is an old key. Continue down the hall and mess with the large hatch here. Okay. Now it says... Return to the starting intersection and go back down the right-hand path. Return to where you opened the middle panel earlier, but this time tamper with the right-hand one. Okay. Looks like, well, I mean, in theory, we can only really get enemies to fall down one of those pits, because at some point we're blocking off the path. Well, here's one of the enemies that I wanted to encounter, to see what he had to offer. He's got telekinesis. Shell and protect. Oh, nice. We do want some more shell. Because we only have like 66 or 67 of them on each guy. This guy's dangerous, though, as you'll see. I probably could have used him to get us in critical position. Because it is a goofy-ass robot, as you've probably gathered. We've seen its card before. I'd love to mug it, but I'm afraid of accidentally killing it. But the item that we actually need to get from this to do a blue magic, we've kind of already dealt with. Okay, that's annoying. So at some point we'll have to waste a Suna on this thing. I'm kind of wondering if it's eventually going to use its ultimate super attack on us. Because that's worth seeing once, even if it's not really something that you want to have used on you. I believe I have a way to get more Asunas. And it's not junctioned to anything, so let's go ahead and use Asuna on Laguna. Get Asuna on Laguna. Gotta get rid of his darkness anyway. And at some point, I do want to scan this thing before the battle's over. So maybe you can have the fun of scanning him, since you're... don't need to draw any more magic. Gesper, Esthar's defective weapon. Defective? Okay. I don't know if that's a mistranslation of defensive, or if it is a defective weapon. Oh, okay, yes. Attacks enemies and allies alike. Degenerator destroys opponents. So I'm hoping we can keep fighting it until it uses Degenerator, although the fact that it has silence is annoying, because I could potentially waste a lot of Asunas curing that on people, waiting for it to show off Degenerator. Although actually, no, there's no reason. That's a blue magic that Kaitis already knows, so eventually I'll showcase it with Kaitis instead. Okay. Degenerator's a pretty fun attack. It's like it doesn't inflict death exactly. It's the eject status from some of the Final Fantasy games, where if you get hit with it, you are actually removed from battle and can't be revived in battle through normal means. Like, you can't Phoenix down or use life magic on an enemy who's been hit with Degenerator. They just disappear. So it's kind of fun, but now that I think about it, I can use Kaitis to showcase it later. It looks exactly the same when Gesper does it or when Kaitis does it. So, actually, we will just run away from this defective weapon here. You see, it doesn't come in groups with other enemies, that I recall, because if so, its description would claim it attacks other enemies, which I don't think it actually does. So you are full up on shells. I know Kyros is full up on shell. Double check, yep. Just you. Probably... Nope. We're all full up. Let's get out of here. This guy's defective. Let's run. We're really stuck on that whole idea. But, spent a lot of time fighting... Like, I found Degenerator really frustrating in my first playthrough of this, because I was fighting enemies around here a lot trying to get all the magics. But that's one of the few enemies that's really dangerous, because it doesn't use that attack often, but it can, you know, kill you. Kill you good. So why did I come here? Oh, I wanted to show the black hole. Kaitis can learn blue magic Degenerator, which she already knows. So at some point I'll showcase that magic. What button do you... What direction do you want me to press, game? I'm pressing up. Okay, apparently I wasn't angling it up in exactly the way they wanted it to go. Okay. Nope. Oh, fucking game. You have to watch all three pairs of legs pop down, too. And he has to levitate off of there. There must be something going on back here, right? No.
Well, gotta circle around again. Obsessive compulsive. Now I have to wash my hands 10 times.
And it did not lead to... There's really only one other enemy that I want to encounter around here. I think it's just S-Star soldiers in groups of 1, 2, and occasionally 3. Those guest bars, whose names I'd forgotten. I do remember the name of the other enemy, which is the really rare one. It's called a Lastoid, and it's the one that has occasional cool time magic that you can draw. It would be really cool if we can draw haste from it, actually. That would save me a lot of trouble. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to draw haste, and I'm almost positive we won't be able to draw stop, even though it's the type of enemy that would have them as drawable spells, but almost certainly not when we're below level 10, because its level will be based on our level, and our entire party is below level 10. So I don't think we're going to get the really cool magics from it. I love this battle music, though. I would rather have this as the main battle music throughout... Well, that's probably not true. I think this music would get old if you heard it all the time. But it's really fun. Final Fantasy at the disco. It's your final disco fantasy. Wait a minute. Here it goes. Tamper with it. This lever, it's not moving because there's something stuck? Oh, well. But yeah, there's no enemies that are going to get trapped into it, so I'm pretty sure we could only eliminate one enemy via that whole set of traps. It's not like you can get 3 sets of enemies to fall for it. But anyway, now we're going this way. And I did have it in mind, if the fact didn't send me up here, I was going to have to come up here myself. Because we did... Oh, there's a door marked 3. Boom, boom, boom. The escape sound sounds a lot like the sound of a limit break being ready. Okay, now what am I doing? Keep following the path north until you reach a detonator. Alright. Still hoping that Elastoid will show up. Got some nice drama shots of the S-Star soldiers here in, apparently the 3rd floor of the excavation center. I'm not sure. Please remember that you parked your car in the red 3 lot. So we appear to be inside some kind of enormous crystal. Here's the detonator, probably. What the heck's this? A blue and a red switch and 2 fuses? A detonator? You know. Oh, I get it. The short blue fuse is for that boulder, and the long red fuse is for the boulder further down. Hey man, are you crazy?
Hey man, are you crazy? I forgot my voice for a minute. You don't even know how powerful that thing will be.
I bet it's not all that. The detonator's right there. So long as we stay behind it, we'll be alright.
Well, I guess so.
Let's see. What do we do? So we want to... I would think you would do the further one first and then the nearer one. But... Otherwise, you're going to play some kind of game of billiards with them. You blow up the nearest one, and then it hits the farther one. But the actual fact says... Red one first, then the blue one. Okay, which is what I thought. Do you do the red one first? It also allows you to test the how big the explosion's going to be. What? Yeah, I was wondering if we were supposed to be able to push that thing. Now you've trapped some poor cyborg. Oh, neat. Okay, so that one does open up. That was awfully loud.
Lucky we were here.
True that. That's what I told you before. You should always check how powerful the thing could be. I'm not going to go into the whole explanation, but I had a similar thing with my dad. It involved going to the pharmacy for some meds prescribed for my medical difficulties, and it was a bad day because we left my pain meds at home, so I was kind of suffering a lot, and was less patient than I might normally be. But my dad kept insisting we needed to go to the pharmacy that was in the hospital and see if they would fulfill the prescription for us that same day. And I kept saying, no, they won't. It just got put in. They're not going to do it today. We can go to another pharmacy tomorrow. They won't do it the same day. They don't even have the drugs ready. And it was like this thing. He just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I really wanted to go home. It's like as I am telling the story. So we went down to the pharmacy, and we waited in line, and they told us they couldn't give us the drugs. And my dad said, that's exactly what I said, that if we came here the same day, that they wouldn't be able to give them to us. Like, just completely not recognizing the fact that, you know, yeah, Laguna's pulling what I would say is a dad move.
Wasn't that me who said that?
Anyway, we're still alive, right? He's so zany. Let's press the blue switch. And then I would say run. It's gonna blow, run for it. Huh? I don't know that we get to follow its full trajectory. Oh, we do. And somehow all of them end up open. Okay. That was awfully quiet.
I was expecting a blast of some sort.
See, I told you. I told you it wasn't all that powerful. Yeah, you sure did, buddy. Alrighty. Once that's done, head upwards until you reach a large rock. So we're almost done with this area if we don't feel like backtracking and getting random encounters until we encounter the... Oh, never mind. This is the screen where I remember actually running back and forth to encounter the Elastoid. Or to back attack this guy. That's the other great thing that you can do. I suppose I should have checked to see if he had Scan or Asuna, since we now do not have 100 of either of those. Okay, I seem to be pretty stuck there for a minute, but... There we go. I knew we'd find one. Oh, and it snuck up snuck up behind. Done the left. So this is a pretty goofy looking enemy. It gives us Dispel, which we already have. So sadly, there's nothing to be gotten from it. We've already gotten Slow. I thought we would at least be able to get Slow, which we already have, so never mind. But it's a fun little enemy that we could get Dispel from, and I believe I got this. Maybe it was Dispel I got a bunch of from this before. Elastoid, anti-personnel weapon made in S-Star. Floats within an anti-gravity engine. Attacks with its 4 pliable metallic legs. So it gives you some neat magics if you're at a higher level. Like you can, like I'm almost positive you can get Slow and Haste from it at higher levels. But we're not at those levels, so it ends up being a lot less interesting than Gaspar with its degenerator powers. If you use card mod on a last, because Gaspar turns into black hole, which is the item. You can probably also mug it for black holes, whatever. It's an item that you basically use to give Kaitis that spell. Elastoids are rarer, and I guess they're considered a higher-end card. But they give you steel pipes, which I guess we need for refining. You probably need those for building a weapon or something. Oh, hold on. This is probably not terribly interesting, but time, space, magic. Steel pipe come up in any of those? No. Interesting. And I do have a steel pipe, don't I? Oh, maybe I don't have any in my inventory. You know? Hold on. Steel. Let's see if I already have a steel pipe in the inventory here. Yes, and who cares? Okay. It's not... It's not something where I need these to refine some super awesome spell. It doesn't look like it anyway. Because I was about to say, hey, I could find a save spot and use card mod to get a bunch of these. They turn into Berserk, which I believe... Yeah, we've already maxed that one out. Well, if I really wanted to go crazy, Aura Stones could be turned into the Aura Spell. But, yeah, at a 1-per-1, that would mean for every one of those guys I defeated, I would get one casting of Aura. Aura's nice. It means that your characters can use limit breaks without having to be at critical. It's a really good late-game spell. I do not see myself... Because honestly, if I was trying to keep levels low, grinding for enemies with card is going to get Siren her last abilities, which she's got almost all of them anyway. And Diablo here would get his remaining abilities, but it's not worth it right now. There's probably something else I could use to get Aura Stones. Now I'm curious. I'm sorry. Tool. Steel pipes, star fragments. Hypno crowns for Aura Stones. And you get 10 of them. Fury fragments are worth Aura Stones. But I think you get those from red dragons, and we're not going to be coming across them until a good bit later in the game, unfortunately. They're a great enemy to level up against, because until you get above level 50 or so, all of their attacks are fire-based, and you can just make your entire party immune to fire, and it can't hurt you at all. But, eventually it learns Meteor, and the first time it uses Meteor on you, you're like, what the fuck? Hypno Crowns. I wonder what what turns into Hypno Crowns. Just thinking out loud here and making you watch. Doesn't look like I have the ability to get more Hypno Crowns right now. I'm about to say, if I found some enemy that I could just beat up for this purpose, if I could go a little bit farther and get one more Guardian Force, the temptation to grind off screen using the card command to get points for GF abilities would be far stronger than it is right now. But right now it's like the only thing that isn't fully leveled up for all. And Siren's got a little bit left, but it's mostly just Diablo, and I'm just, you know. All right. So now we have to find a large rock, and we're just going to basically push, and then there'll be a save point. So I believe we will actually finish this, in this video we will finish, oh, and I can actually set it to no encounters now, because we've seen every enemy type, and we're not going to be killing any of them, because I don't want to level up. Now there is a certain amount of RNG in what level these enemies are, so it could be that one of these guys would have more spells, but like if it rolled high and was like a level 11.
Huh? Huh? What?
Phew, that was close.
Jeez, you have to go around touching everything like a little kid, don't you?
Chill out, little, will ya?
Which one of us are you talking to? Whatever, man. You're not my dad. Thanks to me, those SR soldiers and that rock are history. It's like killing 2 pigs with 1 stone. I'm so awesome. Genius, I tell you. Pigs?
Don't you mean birds? Could draw a cure, but why would we draw a cure? We can't go that way. Alright, so now I'm just going to backtrack because ahead is like the end of this whole area. Although I think there's a save point, which wouldn't have hurt us to check out. There's one little corner that I don't feel like we looked at. Maybe you can't go there, but didn't we? We never went this way. Yeah, we never went this way. What the hell is this? Oh, this is probably a wraparound. Yep, okay. So this is the actual end of the zone. I followed the fact as closely as I possibly could. I'm pretty sure we've done everything the exact right way to do it. So one thing to note here is all those little scenarios we did, pushing the rock, blowing up the stuff, where you saw SR soldiers running around. What's coming up ahead now is a battle where we're going to try to escape the place, and the number of... Like, you beat a group of 3 soldiers and you win, and then you have to fight another group of 3 soldiers. Each of those little plot things we did eliminated one of those battles. So had we done none of them, we would have more generics to fight. And that's bad because, A, I'm trying not to level up, and B, because those little scenarios you do to avoid the fights end up giving you rewards significantly later in the game. But for now, the important thing is just to know, like that little cute thing where, because I defeated the spider robot in combat off screen and then saved, and that's what we're actually using, despite what you saw on screen where we escaped from it. It changed whether the car was destroyed in the town. Here, like, going through all those things will have an effect later, but for right now, the immediate effect is that we have less combat than we need to do when we come up here. I believe this is a random encounter that we should not have had. It's just annoying. This is not the plot battle to actually get out of here at all. This is just a random encounter that happened on the screen where we're supposed to just be able to leave. Right in the back, you jerk. Couldn't find any items. It's really tempting to call it a video now because as soon as we end this, we're going to have a bunch of dialogue on the other side. But no, let's wrap this up all in one video here. Don't tell me. Of all the worst possible
predicaments.
Now we're trapped with our back to the cliff. These are both just regular S-Star soldiers. So I think it's possible that I missed something where we should have been able to avoid a battle. But let's use Desperado. You better run to your senses. I should have done this for the other ones. Just hit this button to get the menus off the screen so you can see the full awesomeness of this limit break. Okay, never mind. This is the final battle, because this guy, despite being a normal enemy up until this point, uses a special attack called Soul Crush, where he puts your whole party at critical. Apparently, he didn't attack Laguna, because Laguna was already at critical. And we didn't receive XP. That's nice. The other battles, the ones we avoided by doing those little plot thingies, I believe we would have gotten XP for. We got goof points. Or maybe, oh no, I think it only does it to Ward and Kyros, because Laguna is helping them he's the only one who's not supposed to be devastated. He's only devastated because of the way I fought that battle. Yeah, so I guess what's supposed to happen is that enemy uses a special attack to put Kyros and Ward in critical, and then Laguna has to help them to safety. Look, the ocean, we're saved. Lady Luck is on our side. We can escape to Galbadia. One would say we've been run down. That's what they'd normally say. Don't say that. It might come true. Didn't your grandmother tell you that? I actually like Laguna. He's a lot more likable as a protagonist than Squall. I don't know if you'd want to spend the whole game with him. If you say something bad, it will come true. Yeah, I think she did. What'd you say? I think his throat was injured. He lost his voice. It's too bad. Ward's voice is a lot easier to do than Kuros's. It was you. Say again? It was fun, you guys. Laguna. Kyros. It was fun. Oh man, I don't know if that's Quitus or Selfie, but I hope they don't die too. That would be pretty dark. Ward, that's way uncool. It's not cool to say things like that. Just for that, you're getting the coochie coochie treatment. How's that, huh? One more? Well... Whoa! Check it out, a boat. We're getting on. Is Laguna in denial? A vessel, they'd normally call it. Oh, fuck you, Kyros. You know what he meant. I knew what he meant. Why is boat better than vessel here? I mean, somebody tell me in the comments, but I'll just like nod and be like, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I'm not going to care. Boat, vessel, whatever. We're going back to Galbadia. He throws one down there for the Swanton bomb. Oh, well, Ward is still alive, it looks like. He's just going to belly flop. That can't be much fun. You guys sure have guts. You know how high this cliff is. Oh, shit! No way! Ah! Oh, Laguna. Now, of all the... Oh, it won't let me pause. That's interesting. Because I kind of want to pause right now. Oh, fuck. Especially because my battery's now disconnected. Was it Laguna again? Was it Laguna again, guys? That's the million-dollar question. We'll have to answer that question next time, though. Because that is the end of the Laguna action sequence. When we do come back... Well, looks like... I don't know for sure if Ward lived, but it doesn't look like Selfie or Quitus died, so I guess that's nice. Good for them, anyway. See you guys next time.